Our annual pop-up shop at Manchester's Trafford Centre can be a great chance to put things right.
If you're out of pocket, if your complaints have gone unanswered and you really don't know what to do next, well, don't worry, because our team of experts are here to help.
Firstly, stop paying. She's not liable.
This is now a warranty issue.
It is a mess, Sarah.
Sue and George Carroll have come to see consumer expert Martyn James
Lovely to meet you, Sue and George.
about an online order that's gone pear-shaped. Sue and George ordered a new freezer from an online retailer, but despite the payment being taken from their debit card, weeks have passed with no sign of the freezer.
I rang up when I hadn't heard anything in a few weeks, and they said there's a problem at the warehouse and they couldn't get the freezer to so they couldn't give me a date.
So Sue cancelled the order and asked for a refund, but 6 weeks later she still hadn't got it.
They said when I cancelled it, receiving my refund within 10 to 13 working days. Now, I never received it.
How many times do you reckon you've tried to get hold of the company?
Or at least 5 or 6.
5 or 6 times.
And that's why you get an
Nothing's
automated
happening.
email back. Nothing personal, it's all automated.
Right, drives me absolutely mad.
Yeah.
Now, we're seeing loads and loads of complaints about these new automated services. It's really, really important that businesses remember that there are human beings who are taking part in every single one of these transactions, and they need to have members of staff there who you can speak to, who can actually help you out with these problems.
With the retailer not responding, Martyn says there is still a simple way that Sue and George can get their money back without even having to contact the company again.
If there's a dispute and the firm isn't listening, you can always ask for a chargeback, and that's when you contact your bank or your car provider and say, goods haven't turned up, I was within my agreement time, I now want to charge back the money. This is probably the quickest way we'll get the money back. All you'll need to do is sign a form just saying that you've not had the goods, and that money will automatically come back into your account as soon as the bank receives the form.
Right.
OK, thanks very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Since we filmed with Sue and George, Martyn himself got in touch with the online electrical company the couple bought their freezer from, meaning they didn't need to apply to their bank after all. Just goes to show what a few minutes with one of our experts can do for you. A brand new car doesn't come cheap, which is why many of us who fancy the thrill of driving a gleaming new motor turn to car finance schemes to pay for it. And one particular type of loan is all the rage right now. It lets you buy a car for an affordable monthly payment, and if at the end of the agreement you want to keep it, then for a fee you can. But for the woman at the centre of our next film, what was supposed to be a straightforward way of getting on the road has left her deep in debt and with no car to show for it. So, if you're in the market for a new motor, don't go anywhere till you've seen this.
So this is where I would normally park the car. So I'm reminded every day that it's not here. And now I'm £17,000 out of pocket and having to share a car with my son. It's heartbreaking.
Property investor Joanne O'Hare from Brentwood had dreamt for years of getting a brand new motor. She'd set her heart on a BMW X3, but at £40,000 it was way out of her budget. Until that was, a local car dealership suggested taking out a type of loan known as a PCP, or Personal Contract Purchase.
How it was sold to me was that I would pay a monthly fee, and at the end of it I just hand the car back. I was really excited about getting a new car.
Unlike traditional hire purchase loans, with PCPs you're not borrowing the full cost of a car, which means the monthly repayments are lower. At the end of the loan period, though, there will still be a big wodge of money to pay off if you want to keep the motor. Otherwise, you hand the car back and pay nothing more. PCPs have taken the motoring world by storm, and 80% of new cars are now financed in this way. It certainly ticked a lot of boxes for Joanne.